explain. Granola is basically it's a breakfast or a snack food item which is made with oats, nuts, seeds, honey or some healthy sweetener, and it's baked. So it's baked and you get granola in either free-flowing form, like a breakfast cereal, or you get it in clusters. You even get granola bars. If you've seen Harvest Valley, and there are various brands. So it's a super energy food, and which you can carry everywhere if you're traveling, and you get hunger pangs. So it's a healthy bite. It's not good for you ingredients. So it's really a very nice standby, I would say, a snack food or a breakfast food. It's pretty filling. It has oats, which are high in fiber. They lower your cholesterol. It has nuts, which have the good fats inside it. And we have soft dried fruits, which are rich in antioxidants. And seeds, everyone knows, they have multiple benefits. So I'm going to start by doing a demo of the granola. And I'd like Saleh to show the picture image of the granola, if it's possible right now, so everyone can whet their appetite and get excited to learn to make this. Saleh, will you be sharing the image right now? Yeah. So that's the granola that I've baked for you all. And I'm going to be teaching you how to make this granola. It's pretty simple. It's not very complicated. So I don't want anyone to get threatened. The recipe will also be shared with you, and I will be ready to answer any questions which you may have at the end of this session. So we'll start by knowing what ingredients are needed. We need oats. So oats that are used are old-fashioned or rolled oats. They are the chappat oats, not the instant oats. So these are the oats that I've got. And why are these oats used? Because they are far less processed and more natural in taste and the benefits than instant or quick cooking oats. So these are preferred to when you're making a granola. To this, I'll add some chopped nuts. I've got walnuts and almonds. I like to use walnuts because again, they have a lot of benefits for lowering cholesterol. And almonds, of course, are very rich in protein and, you know, a lot of minerals. I've got seeds. I've got a blend of different seeds. Saleh, can you share the recipe template right now so that people can just see what all ingredients are there, and then quickly come back to this, what I'm doing?
Seeds.
So the seeds I've got are watermelon, I've got flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, and we've got sesame seeds.
Saleh, can you zoom it, please? We cannot read it, Saleh. A little more. All right. So for everybody, I will read it aloud. I will read the recipe aloud. All right. So ingredients, I will not read the quantity. I'll just read the ingredients and the procedure so you all can understand better. So we have rolled oats or old-fashioned oats. We have nuts, that is almonds and walnuts. We have seeds, like, you know, we have the pumpkin seeds and the sunflower seeds, flax seeds, sesame, chia, cranberries which are dried, raisins or currants, honey, jaggery powder, ghee, sea salt, vanilla extract, cinnamon powder. I would just like to say, please do not note down. We will share the recipe with all of you. You can write to us on a Tare Social WhatsApp number, and we will share the recipe. So you all don't worry about noting it down, all right? The procedure, what she follows is, you know, she places the oats, nuts, and seeds in a bowl. Shilpa, should I read the procedure?
Yeah,
I think
I just announced, you can stop the screen sharing.
Yeah. Yes, that's
so
good.
I'm adding the seeds to this, and I mix this and keep it aside. I mix it well and just keep it aside. Then
so she has mixed oats,
heat some
oats, dry fruits, and the seeds, right? All three ingredients you have mixed, right, Shilpa?
Yes.
All right.
Then I'm going to heat some ghee in a pan, add honey. So you can use honey, maple syrup, brown rice syrup, kakui, that is jaggery syrup, any liquid sweetener. I'm using honey. If you're a vegan, you can use maple syrup. And I'm adding a bit of jaggery powder as per the recipe. And this mixture is just heated till the jaggery is dissolved and everything is mixed very well. So you need to just cook it on high flame for around 30 seconds. And the jaggery will dissolve. And after you have mixed it, I'm just going to move this on the side and come back to my granola. I'll add a bit of the salt. Salt always gives a little bit of, cuts the sweetness. So salt brings out the actual flavor of the dish. So always add a little bit of salt to any sweet dish. I have added all the sweets except the chia seeds, which I leave for the end, and I've not added the cranberries and the raisins. I'm going to add cinnamon powder as per my recipe, and I'm going to add some vanilla extract. Vanilla extract again gives you a nice perfume taste. So I'm going to add that. I'll add the vanilla extract to my liquids. And then I'm just going to pour this. And I'm going to mix everything well. You need to let everything, the granola get coated by the entire mixture. So the granola will start absorbing the ghee and the honey. Make sure that your mixture is hot. If you want it extra sweet, I don't like to make my products very sweet. You can increase the honey by around 1 or 2 tablespoons, as in this recipe. Then we get a baking tray which is lined with parchment paper or butter paper. The granola mixture would have, absorbed all the liquid, and we spread it on this tray. So we flatten it carefully. And spread it to say around ½ inch thickness. And we put it to bake in a preheated oven. I bake it at 150 degrees in my oven for 20 minutes and till it's golden and crisp. So when you put it to bake, you should know how your oven works. If it heats too much, then you may have to lower the temperature. If its heating is not too strong, then you need to increase the temperature. So we want to heat it at a slow, even temperature. You may even turn the tray after 15 minutes and check again after 10 minutes or 15 minutes to see that the granola is not getting burnt or brown, because that will really depend on your actual oven, how it works. Temperatures between ovens are different. So this granola is put in the oven, and I don't, what I do is before I put it in, I just make an indentation in the middle so that it can heat, get crisp and heat evenly. So that's a little trick I do. I put this to bake in the oven, and like I said, I bake it in an OTG at 150 degrees Celsius for around 20 minutes. And after that, once it's baked, it comes out and it's cool. So I just bring out the granola that I've already made and show you. So this is the granola that I made earlier. And this granola you can see is like clusters. So clusters is that you get little chunks when you break it, like these kind of chunks. So if you like clusters, then what you need to do is you don't need to shake or stir your granola when it's baking. And once it comes out, you need to just let it come to room temperature in half an hour or 1 hour. Don't touch it at all. And then once it's totally cool, you can break it, into the sizes you want and store it in an airtight box. So I have baked this earlier on in the day and I have just covered it. So it's become a little soft. So once it's soft, it will really crumble also. So you will get free flowing granola. Basically granola, what is the excitement about granola? What is so exciting? It's oats. But this combination of oats, nuts, seeds, and we add soft dried fruit like raisins, apricots. We can add dried pineapple, dried strawberry, apple, coconut flakes. There is another template that I've made. Saleh, can you share the last template which shows the variations of granolas that I have made? If you can share that.
Just zoom it, Saleh. Yeah, again, I will just read for everybody. We have the flavors that you can use for the pecan pie: cinnamon, that is dalchini, and pecans or walnuts; apple crunch, so you can have dried apples, cinnamon, and raisins. For the tropical punch flavor, these are different flavors that you can create. You have coconut flakes, pineapple dried, chocolate sea salt, chocolate chunks, and sea salt. For the pistachio cranberry flavor, you can have pistachio, dried cranberries, and rose petals. Wow, rose petals is yum. Blueberry creme flavor, you can have white chocolate chips and blueberry dried with vanilla, and Christmas spice, raisins, currants, dried cherries, tutti frutti, mixed peel, mixed spice. Yeah, so this is what is about the flavors. Thank you, Saleh.
Thank you, Shameen. So the slide gives you some options. Ideally, you can add all the seeds and nuts that I've told you, bind them with the honey and bake it till it's crisp. And if you add less moisture, you will get more of a free-flowing granola. Or if you bake it and let it soften, then again you can loosen it, and get a free-flowing granola. So I made a free-flowing granola the other day. This is the one. So this is like a breakfast cereal. This is the one. And this one which I've baked is more like clusters. So for clusters,
could you bend it Shilpa, could you tilt it a little towards the camera if it's not going to fall? Yeah, tilt it a little.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Can we cut these into slabs like the way we get in this?
Yes, those are granola bars. So for granola bars, the sugar content is a bit more and the sugar is taken to a little hard crack stage. So that is a little different process, but you can modify it, once you make these two basic recipes, then you can move on to making that. You'll have to cook the sugar or jaggery till it's to softball stage, and then add everything and put it in a well-oiled tray and make marks on it while it's still warm with an oiled knife, and then let it cool. And once it's cool, then you cut it with a sharp knife. So then you will get what are those granola bars that you're talking about. Is that clear?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So I am going to tell you the template that I've given you explains the combinations, if there are oats, then there's a choice of nuts, there's a choice of seeds. Seeds, if you don't want to add, you can increase the granola content and put some more nuts. or you can even put puffed rice instead of seeds. Then we add soft fruit because the softness with the crunchiness gives a very good mouth feel and texture to the overall granola. So the soft fruit is added once the granola is baked. You mix in the chia seeds and you add in your soft fruit of your choice. If it's clusters, you could take the clusters in a bowl and again you mix the soft fruit, or if you want to make a chocolate granola, you can add a couple of tablespoons, a tablespoon of cocoa to the jaggery and butter, the jaggery and ghee or butter mixture that you're making. And you can later, once your granola tray is hot and it comes out of the oven, while it's hot, you can sprinkle chocolate chips on it lightly, so the chips will melt and stick to it, and then break it and you get your granola. So that's a chocolate granola. What I'm going to make now is what exactly can you do with a granola? You know, how much breakfast will you eat? So you can try out by, I'm going to be making a granola parfait, which is a very, very nice and easy, simple breakfast or a snack, or, you know, it can even work as an evening meal, a healthy evening meal, which is complete. So for that, I've got some fruits, I've got some hung curd, I've got some Greek yogurt, which I made myself. It's just strained yogurt. I'm going to add this in a parfait glass and make my parfait. I'm adding a bit of this. Then I add a bit of some of the fruits. I've got mangoes and oranges. I've got pomegranates. The fruits of your choice, colorful fruits always look good. I even got some fresh dates today. These yellow dates are out in the market. They are really nice because they don't give much taste, but they add a lot of sweetness and they have benefits. So I'm adding that. I'll drizzle some honey. And then I'll add my granola. So you can see how it's looking. Adding some more. So the yogurt, I prefer not to sweeten it, but you can add sugar, jaggery. You can sweeten it with anything, coconut sugar, whatever you like. We'll add some more fruits. Put some bananas too. I'm going to add some honey. Because I've not added any sugar. And then again, I'm going to add some granola. I'll add some chia seeds. So this is the parfait. You can see. Can everyone see how the parfait? This is a filling, complete meal, very nutritious. You can use coconut yogurt instead of this yogurt. You can use a cheesecake filling.
So mouth-watering, Shilpa. So mouth-watering. This is,
Thank you.
Sinful.
Thank you. So these are the combinations that you can make with granola. What else can you make with granola? Granola works very well with some desserts and pastries. If you layer it with ice cream and have it, this kind of granola with ice cream, it tastes wonderful with some chocolate sauce. I've also made a simple dessert, another dessert for you to see how simple it is to make a dessert. So what is this? This is just slices. I'll bring it in the front.
Yeah, just bend it a little, Shilpa, more.
Yeah.
All right.
So these are slices of apple on which I've spread some peanut butter. You can put peanut butter, Nutella, almond butter, and I've sprinkled some granola that we made. So it's a very nice low calorie dessert, simple dessert. So you've got parfait, you've got this granola dessert. Just put the granola on the top before you're serving it. You can keep the apple slices with some peanut butter in the fridge, and just before you're serving it, top it with a little granola and serve it so that you get the textures of juicy apple, the crunchy granola, and you get the nutty flavor from the peanut butter. Again, the kind of sweeteners you can use while making granola, jaggery, then there's brown rice syrup, there's honey. I would not recommend you use refined sugar. Use brown sugar if you have to. You can interchange the sugars. The liquid, you can, in place of the jaggery powder, you can put coconut sugar or you can put brown sugar. And in place of the liquid sweetener, which is honey, you can put maple syrup, rice syrup, coffee, anything like that. I would not tell you to take some regular invert sugar syrup or golden syrup. That doesn't have any benefits in it. So I would not recommend you take that. Other than that, the flavors which you can explore, what you can do is, instead of the vanilla extract, you can play around and add some other flavors, make your own combinations. Like I've given you some tips and some combinations like pistachio, rose, cardamom. That's got a little earthy Indian infusion, little more Middle Eastern flavors. Then you can take chocolate, you get lots of nice extract, cinnamon and nut extracts also, so you can use that. Any kind of exciting combination as per your imagination. The technique remains the same. There is a template. In the template, I've given you the different ingredients and the variations within those ingredients. What is the possibility to interchange? And you can make your own granola. Are there any questions, Shameen? Do people have any
You can
questions?
unmute yourself and ask her anything you want on baking, on granola. You want to say something about yourself, Shilpa?
Yeah.
I just gave a little brief.
Can you repeat the alternates to vanilla?
Yeah. Vanilla extract actually is a base flavor which gives you that baked product, aroma, which we all connect to. Every time we eat something, it's not only just the mouth that tastes, it's the what we see first and then the aroma. The aroma comes in first and then it goes in our mouth. So vanilla gives you that baked product kind of taste. It camouflages all the extra rawness, or even if it's an egg-based products, which this isn't, egginess or any other kind of camouflage flavors which may come from the ingredients, it hides that. So if you don't want to use vanilla extract, you can increase the cinnamon powder, or you can replace it with orange zest, orange extract. You can use cardamom powder, a combination of nutmeg, any kind of nice spice. Use it to the level that which replaces the 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I would actually tell you that if there's one spice or flavoring you need to make granola, you should buy a good vanilla essence. I tell you to go for that. In case you don't have it and you're making it for the first time at home, and considering it's lockdown, then you can just use cinnamon powder. You can use 2 teaspoons of cinnamon powder. That's also got a nice flavor. After being baked, it really matches well with the mixture of granola and nuts. Okay. So, Pardon?
When to add biscuits and blueberries?
Blueberries. Could you repeat your question?
When you added the
I can't hear it. Shani.
Abhinanji, we can't hear you clearly.
No, that's not me.
Anjali,
Who's that? Anjali Auntie?
when
What's-
you added the raisins and cranberries?
I think she's asking when did you add the blueberries? Is it that?
Yeah, so
Yes.
Naikan said the soft fruit, which is raisins, blueberries, apricots, cranberries, that you add after you have baked the granola and you kind of break it to mix it, then you add that. So that goes along with it. I would not want you to add it in the initial baking because they tend to harden and all their nutrition goes away. They become crisp and dry, and the chewy and the juicy texture which we want. The idea of adding soft fruit is not only taste but also to get that lovely texture of crisp, crunchy with the soft and mellow fruit. So the fruit is mixed. Say if I've got a jar of my granola mix that I've made in a bowl, I add the cranberries and the blueberries, chia seeds in that bowl, and then I shake it all and put it in my jar and store it. That's it. You add those soft fruits.
Shilpa, do you soak the chia seeds before adding?
No, we don't soak the chia seeds.
Oh, because they are quite hard.
Chia seeds actually are not really hard. They are in the sense in this you just need to sprinkle a bit for the benefit, So they're not chia seeds are not hard. I have them every day actually. In the morning when I get up, and in the night also I have 3 teaspoons of small spoons of chia seeds with a large glass of water. So it's just like having isabgol or something. If you don't
Yeah,
want
normally we
chia
soak
seeds,
them because they swell up after soaking.
yeah, depends how you're using it. If you want that soft parfait kind of some kind of a dessert parfait, then chia seeds, yes. But in this, it's not really needed.
Okay.
Even if you're making a granola bar, which you buy from outside, the chia seeds are just put like that. They just mixed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Any more questions? Shilpa, suppose somebody doesn't have an oven, then can they make it without an oven? The granola?
yes, you can make it, Shani. You can make it in a skillet. Just take a skillet, a thick bottom skillet, a pan, heat it well, and then lower the flame. Spread this, put a baking sheet and spread the granola on it and cover it. And then you can just cook it on a low flame. It may not crisp up golden color so much from the top, but it will cook and will dry out and you'll get a good option. You can make it in a skillet or a pan. Alternatively, you can make it in a home oven, like a gas oven. For a gas oven, I'll just quickly run through it, how it can be made. You take a big, like a tapela or a very big vessel in which you make biryani, say. You put it on the gas and you on the gas and cover it with a plate or a thali and heat it for 15 minutes till it's absolutely hot on high. Then you put a dhokla making stand, or you get those stands on which we put make vessels and all, you put that inside. If you don't have a stand, you put a thick layer of khara namak and you put your granola plate inside and you make the flame low. Cover it with a thali and then you bake it for another 15-20 minutes, maybe half an hour. And that's how you make your makeshift oven and you get beautiful products. I have been making cakes also using this method sometimes, and you get very nice products. You just need to know how to control the temperature.
Oh, this is amazing.
You said to flatten it up to half an inch. After flattening it up to half an inch, doesn't it puff up after baking it?
No, it doesn't puff up at all. Half an inch would be a little bit more, maybe less. This much around, half an inch or 1/4. it's up to you how thin or thick you want, but not very flat. It doesn't puff up because there's nothing to aerate it. It doesn't puff up much.
Okay.
In fact, it kind of shrinks and evens out with brown color. So it won't really kind of rise like a cake or a dokla. That doesn't happen.
This nature's harvest, which we get the bars, I have
Yes.
just measured, it is less than half an inch, you know, each bar. Each bar is having 2 bars inside. It's less
So
than
those
half an inch.
are machine-made things, items, and I guess they have a particular recipe or the process to make it. Now the idea is that why are we learning granola, in-house granola? What is in-house granola? In-house granola is basically you're not going out and buying that processed items which you get outside. You pay a price for it. It has preservatives, it has maybe refined sugar, not so many healthy items. While if you make something on your own, something like this, in-house granola which is homemade, which you made, it will be more natural, healthier, and you can custom make it. If you want a little flatter, say clusters, then you can just flatten it. I like the height to be so much, around 1/4 to half inch or 1/4. So that's what I recommend. But it's up to you. And Nature's Valley granola bars are, I think, the oats and mixture is a little more pulverized also, so that they get an even sheet kind of feel and total look. Does that answer your question?
I was asking because normally when we are baking anything, like cake or anything, it comes up. So this, I was just wondering whether it will come up or what.
No, it won't, sir, because, sir, when we are baking something like cakes, brownies, even cookies, they have an aerating ingredient, which is an egg, or it has baking powder or baking soda. We are not putting
Right.
either of these in this. So this is
Okay.
a totally different product. It's a baked product. Again, want to know that there is a close cousin of the granola, and it's called muesli. You must have seen that and heard of that also. So what is the difference? Muesli?
You
Okay.
see.
Muesli.
Yeah, it's
Like
pronounced
we have
muesli.
cereal boxes. Yeah.
People pronounce it as muesli also, but it's muesli. And it was made by a Swiss physician. So the difference is that's also made with oats, nuts, it has seeds, it has dried fruit. So how would it be different than granola? You would want to know. The difference is that muesli is not baked and it's not sweetened. The elements are already pre-sweetened and then mixed in together, and they are tossed. So if you're adding oats to your muesli, the oats would have probably been baked earlier or made crisp, and then you add your roasted nuts, you add your dry fruits, soft fruit, coconut flakes, etc., corn flakes, wheat flakes, and you make your muesli. While this is baked in different ways, either you get a free-flowing granola, or you get clusters, or you get bars like Sir was just mentioning, Harvest Valley. Those are the kind of bars which are made. There's a little more elaborate technique to that, so I'm not shown that, but once you make these, you'll easily be able to move on to making those also. And so Shamim has described a bit about me. I am a baker. I've been baking since 25 years. I have my own bespoke bakery where we make custom cakes in Mumbai. It's called the Cake Line. I also work as a culinary consultant with Baskin Robbins and the Brooklyn Creamery, and for a brand in UAE, the Quality Ice Cream. If any of you all have eaten those, that brand is still alive and kicking in UAE. So I work for these ice cream brands, where I've created lots of flavors. I've launched ice cream cakes also for them, and I have also launched their waffle program. Other than that, I'm also writing a book on cakes. So my in-depth knowledge on cake making is a lot, and I'm a passionate baker. I love to bake, I love to cook, I'm a foodie. I also have moved on to, like Shami mentioned styling, and moved to capturing good pictures of the products I make. And also what I'd like to say is that I basically like to cook, and I like to share my ideas, recipes. I have a Facebook page by the name of Whiskaway by Shilpa. If anyone is interested, you can please log on to Facebook and join that group where I share all my recipes and tips. So this is a bit about me.
Thank you
Shami,
so
anything?
Thank you so much, Shilpa. That was simply amazing. And your presentation was simple, detailed, and excellent. Anybody has any other questions? You
Thank
can
you so much.
unmute yourself. Any questions, anybody?
Yeah.
Yes?
Shilpa, is vanilla extract and vanilla essence same? Can we use vanilla essence?
You can use vanilla essence, but there is a difference. It's the same difference between pure and not so pure, like ghee and dala. So vanilla extract is the actual. It's got the actual oil from the, say, if it's a vanilla extract, the vanilla pod. It's the most purest form of the essence, the oil that comes from that product. While essence is a commercially made flavoring, which is dissolved in a base of, some kind of spirit or alcohol, not exactly alcohol, but so even in essences, you can definitely use essence. In fact, nothing wrong, but only I would recommend use a nice one. You get all types of cheap imitation ones, and vanilla, you want that lovely aroma and perfume to come, that it's like when you made it, everyone will enter the house and say, what have you made? What is this? You want to try it out. So I would say use Bush has a good vanilla #1, which is good. Then Fab Flavors has nice vanilla essences. Three Birds also. So there are many nice brands.
I use Costa Clark.
Yes, that's a very good brand.
Yeah.
Use that, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
you. Thank you very much.
Yes, I fully agree with Shilpa. Since we are making it at home, we don't want it to be with any type of preservatives in the purest form. So yeah, her recommendations are really good. The as extract what she's talking about, Shilpa, is the actual vanilla stick is like a cinnamon stick, and then you cut through it and you get the flavors from it. If I'm not mistaken, Shilpa.
Right. Any more questions? Hi.
Just share, forward the recipes, that's all.
Yes, you can write to us on our WhatsApp, Tariq.
Sir, I'll be really happy to know if some of you all have actually made it, and it'll be really good.
Yes, I'm sure Shilpa tomorrow. I'm sure tomorrow all of them are going to make it at home and enjoy it.
Great. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being here, and I hope you enjoyed whatever I came up with and my way of teaching. I hope you liked it. Yes, Rajni.
Thank you so much.
Shilpa.
Thank you.
From Tariq Social, and we look forward to calling you for your the baking that you have mentioned, cakes or whatever, you can present to us. We would love to learn more from you because your methodology was very simple and beautiful. Thanks so much, Shilpa. Wish you all the best.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shilpa.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Pleasure to be
Yes,
here.
so wow, that was a wonderful granola. I know these words sound so, big, and it seems impossible, like, granola. Oh my God, this is some great preparation where, it's, we think, जब बड़े-बड़े words आते हैं और some ऐसे सब नाम आते लगते हैं बाप रे कैसे बनाएंगे कहाँ बनाया होगा and you go and buy them from the store. They are so expensive, but just see how simple it is. We have dry fruits at home. We can just go to the grocery and bring this rolled oats, and there it is, granola. Wow, we can gift friends and family granola. Just make it and make them loose. So it was a wonderful presentation. My mouth is already watering. The parfait that she showed, PARFAIT. Oh, just dahi ko बांध के उसका पानी निकाल के you just use it thick curds and all. It's amazing. Thank you so much, for enjoying
Thank
the
you.
session. Tomorrow
Thank
we
you
have
so
Dr.
much.
Prem, who will be talking about getting back your energy and your motivation, especially in this lockdown period, being older adults. Somewhere we start feeling, we have no energy, we are tired, our bones are paining, we are weak, there's a lack of motivation within us. So Dr. Prem is going to walk us through, explain to us how we can get all this back, which is already within us. So do log on tomorrow at 11 o'clock, audio and video for Dr. Prem. Till
There
we
is a
meet,
question by someone.
all
Swati
right.
has asked a question. When we make bars, so for the bars, you would be mixing everything into the honey or the jaggery, which has been cooked to a softball stage. So at that time only you will add the chopped berries, and then you will set it to harden in a thin, very thin layer. So bars are different, and what I make clusters are different. That's why they have a little more height. Okay.
All right. So for bars, you remove it from the oven. When it is hot, you put the other dry fruits and you press it and let it harden.
Bars, Shamim, are totally different. It's a different way of making, and like I said, you need to make the jaggery and add a little more honey, and you need to cook it to softball stage and put everything in it, toss it, and then spread it on a sheet and then bake it and cut it out.
Yeah, but I guess the loose ones and these clusters will be good enough for all of us at home in the purest form. Thanks again, Shilpa. Till we meet on
Bye.
Monday. A
That
big
sheet
hug
has
to all
be
of
butter paper, right?
you. Safe, be happy, keep smiling.
That,
One closing question.
Yes.
that sheet has to be butter paper, right?
Yeah, I would say for bars, you need to get a silicone mat. That's much better. There is chances as a baker, we use silicone mats or silicone bowls. It tends to come out, but you could use parchment paper to begin with. Don't use butter paper. Butter paper is very thin. You can use parchment paper, baking parchment.
Baking parchment paper.
Yes. Or if you
All
get a
right, you can write your questions.
nothing
You can
like
write your questions to us. We will forward them to Shilpa and give back the answers. So feel free to write on the Tare Social WhatsApp number. Thank you so much, everybody. Be safe, be happy. From Tare Social. Bye. Have a great weekend. See you all on Monday. And tomorrow with Dr. Prem at 11 o'clock, audio and video. Bye.
Bye bye bye. Thank you.
Thanks.